hello from myself, far away. Yes, I'm in Berlin right now. So I'm very happy to be with you today. A long history, you said, so I feel old. Yo, thank you for that. Actually, I worked, yes, that's right, 15 years as a radio journalist for the DW French program, and then I became a trainer and then a consultant on human-centered design. And that's why I'm here today with you. And yes, since you had lunch right now, I guess, I hope it was good. I will start with a small exercise so that you get a kind of energy. So I will share my screen with you. I hope you can see it. I hope you can see this boy in this library. And I would like you, all of you, to help this boy. So how can we do that? Since you can't talk, I guess, you can write down your answers in the chat. And of course, we accept all the answers. So please, you see this boy in this library, please, few words, 2-3 words in the chat to help him. That would be great if you can work with us now, this afternoon, after lunch. So I will stop sharing my screen. I will show you the, oh no, I can't with the, I didn't think about that I can't share it with the great background that I chose because I like it. So I will just do it like that so that you can see the picture. So this boy is in a library. And okay, you can help him. So we have a first answer. Thanks a lot for that, Nora. Pick the book he wants and give it to him. Okay, that's a first answer. Okay, that's a solution. Are there other solutions? Oh, that's also fine. I like it. Okay, giving something to stand because, oh yes, or a chair because it looks like he's too small, no? Oh, he can get into my bag. Great solution. Oh, let him start reading from the bottom books. Yes, it would be interesting to know what kind of categories there are. If the higher books are, others are the bottom books. But the books where he can access easily. Yes, Moses, that would be also, that will help him. Let's see. Do you have other ideas? I admit I like the thing with the to put him on your back. That's a great answer. What he wants a specific book. That's very interesting. I keep it for later. Now I collect all the answers. Okay. A specific book. Ask him what he's trying to do or achieve. To have the books in electronic format. Hey, you are great. You have so many great ideas. Okay, that could be a solution, but here I am. As I said, I'm old and I like real books. I can't read electronic book, but this boy is young. Maybe he could do it. Okay, so I hope everyone could put his or her answer in the chat. So you had great ideas, as I said, all of you, like very original ones, because I do often this exercise and this there are some of you who had ideas I'd never had before. So thanks a lot for that. What was very interesting was ask him if he wants, what if he wants a specific book, or ask him what he wants to do, what he wants to achieve. And actually, this was the correct answer. So congratulations. Why? Because you or I can't help this boy if I don't know what he wants or what he wants to do. All of you thought, of course, about picking up a book, but maybe he has even a toy there and he wants to have access to it. Or maybe he just wants to stretch himself out. Who knows? So that's why it would be the first step before having solutions or ideas. The first step would be to go to him and to ask him what he wants to achieve. And that's what human-centered design is all about. That means that if you want, as academics, as journalists, as project managers, if you want to design, to create a product, a project, a curriculum, a workshop, first, according to human-centered design, and you have the word human in the name, go to the people and see what are their habits, what they want, because it's not about you, these kind of all these things you could do as, again, academic journalist. It's about your, as we say here, target group. So this human-centered design, it was founded in 1958, so it's also old, but I'm not as old as that, at the Stanford University. And at the beginning, it was really to design products, but now we use it in many fields. And we use it a lot since, like, I would say 2019 at the Deutsche Welle Akademie to design projects and products in different countries. So that you get a more precise idea about this method, I would like to share with you a video about it. I mean, I would like Joost to share a video with you about it, since you have seen him and you know him now. It would be great. Thank you for that. So let's see if it works with the video.
One that starts with people and ends with innovative solutions tailored to meet their needs. When you understand the people you're trying to reach and then design from their perspective, not only will you arrive at unexpected answers, but you'll come up with ideas that they'll embrace. Human-centered design is both how you think and what you do with it. It's a process that consists of 3 phases: inspiration, ideation, and implementation. The inspiration phase is about learning on the fly, opening yourself up to creative possibilities, and trusting that as long as you remain grounded in the desires of the people you're designing for, your ideas will evolve into the right solution. In the ideation phase, you'll come up with lots of ideas. Some too crazy to work, some too crazy not to try, and you'll refine them, tossing out the bad and improving the good. Making things helps you learn, grow, and test your ideas. Building a simple prototype gets your idea tangible and gives you something to put right back into the hands of the folks you're designing for. Without their input, you won't know if your solution is on target or how to evolve your idea. Keep iterating, testing, and integrating feedback until you've got everything just right. During the implementation phase, you'll build partnerships, shore up your business model,
Okay, I just had the sound. I mean, I know this this video by heart, but I couldn't see it. I don't know. Maybe you can write.
I think I shared the wrong screen. I'm truly sorry about that. You want to play it again, or you want to talk us through it? What
Okay, what we can do, I can explain what it is about, and of course, at the end of this session, I will share with you all the information and also the video. As Stephanie mentioned, there is this file with all the presentations, so you will find the video there, I promise. Yes, so human-centered design, as I said, was created in 1958, and it's really about asking the people what they want, and also the other part is to have at the end something which is innovative and creative. That's something which is very important. So you can of course have inspiration from things which already exist, but then you will create something new. And for that, and the human-centered design has 5 steps, and I will go through them with you. So the first one is it okay like that? Do you see it? Or okay. Empathize. Wow, I can't pronounce it. So what it is about? It's to understand the people you are designing for. But understand means really to go to these people, to talk to these people, to observe these people. What are their habits? How do they work? How do they think? What are their dreams? What are their fears? Everything on them. So if we take the example of the boy, we will go to him and we will observe him. What does he play with? What does he eat? When does he go to sleep? Things like that, so that we can better understand him. And that's the thing that you would do if you create a new project from a new target group. Then you will go to them several times. I mean, it's not only like sending a survey and ask some questions. No, it's really going on site, going to the people and listening to them, asking them questions, and then coming back with all the information you need about them to be able to understand what they need. Because sometimes, and I know that as a project manager for Deutsche Welle Akademie, you work for a country and you think, oh, maybe these journalists, they could need a training on mobile journalism, but actually they don't. So it's very important to listen to the people and to understand needs. And that would be the first step of the human-centered design process. The second one is define. What should we define? So we have the needs of the people and we should define our challenge. What can we do so that we answer these needs? So it would the human-centered design method has a formulation which is for the challenge, which is how might we help, for instance, or design or create to so for instance, how might we create a new manual on media and information literacy so that the young people in Ivory Coast better react on fake news? That would be it's always like pretty long, these formulations of the challenges, but it's very important because the more precise, the better for you then to design the product or the project. So once you have your challenge, then, and this is the best phase, the ideation phase, and also the name of the phase says it's about ideas. So you will bring up all the ideas you have linked to this challenge, all the solutions, just like you did before with the boy in the library. All the ideas that just come through your mind, you will put them somewhere. And then, of course, you will discuss and see maybe there are some of these ideas that are not doable because of time limit, because of budget. Maybe 2 ideas are combinable. So at the end, there will be few ideas which will be left. And with these ideas, you will do the next step, the prototype. So here, it's about making your idea concrete, like really concrete, like a model, or you take some material, all the things that you can find. Also, you can have a storyboard or something like that. Why is it important to do this prototype? Why is it important to do this step? Because that's the prototype that you will show to your target group, to your audience, to your students, to your young journalists, so that they can test your idea. So here, the more concrete, the better. You will test your idea with this prototype. So this is the prototype. You do it as concrete as possible. All the, for instance, if you create a manual on media and information literacy, of course you will not do the whole manual, but for instance, you will do like a model with the categories, the chapters, and so that the people then can, and that's the last phase, test it. So your audience or your target group will have a look at this manual, will take it, and they will give you feedback about it. And feedback is about really like the good things, what they liked, but also what is maybe missing, what you could improve. And that's the way that the people are engaged. They are engaged from the beginning, from the empathize phase to the end, to the test phase, where they give you feedback. And then actually, again, you will adapt the prototype according to the feedback you had from the target group, and do it again. You do a new prototype, test it again and again till the product is perfect according to your target group. So that's the 5 steps of human-centered design. And I also wanted to show you a picture because just to explain to you why it's very important to put yourselves in someone's shoes. And that's really all the human-centered design method is about. So let's have a look at this picture. So here on the left, you have the clients, I mean the adults who see this toy and they think it's great and they say they love it. But if you are the users, I mean these babies, you can see what you see from these toys. So maybe it would have been good to try to imagine what the baby is thinking about before designing a product like that. So it was just to have a little bit of fun. And now I would like to do a second exercise with you. I hope that it's fine for you, so that you understand more about this human-centered design method. So we have seen these 5 steps, and we can imagine right now that we have done already some of them. Here, again, I will share my screen. Let's see here. Okay. So imagine you have already done the first step of the human-centered design process. The first step, as I said, the empathize phase, is about the target group. Who are you designing your product, your workshop, your article, your curriculum for? So let's imagine we have already done it before. So our target group, these are young people between 18 and 25 years old. They have phones. They have phones, but they said the internet is not reliable, or there is no power. So that's about, you know, this empathize phase, when we go to them and we ask them, okay, what kind of phones do you have? How many hours do you spend on the internet? How is the internet in your village? So that's information that are very, very, very important, and that we just get when we go to them and we ask them about all their habits. And they said, okay, radio, television, they don't consume it anymore, but they would like to have like short formats, which are clear, which are simple. And these people, they are living in rural areas in Malawi. Of course, I take Malawi since we are there. I mean, not me, but a part of the audience. So that would be the first step. You know, this empathize. We have lots of information about these young people. Of course, we could collect much more information, like, again, their dreams, their fears, their values also, like things which are very important to them. The more, the better. And then we have also done the second step for you, the define phase, which is about the challenge. So the challenge would be to develop suitable formats to raise the awareness of these young people, our target group, about climate change, so that they spread the message among their communities. So I didn't take artificial intelligence. I take climate change because I think it could be also a good topic for the future or for now. So we have our target groups, these young people between 80 and 25 years old, who live in rural areas of Malawi. And we want, because they asked us, to design suitable formats to raise their awareness about climate change. So now it's your turn to write down in the chat or to speak out for the people who are on site. What kind of ideas do you have which fit this challenge and the needs of the target group? And please keep it short, 2-3 words, like not a whole paragraph, because otherwise we wouldn't, we won't be able to write all your ideas down. So let's start. I will unshare my screen for now. So do we already have answers in the chat? No, not yet. But I guess you are thinking about the challenge and ideas which could fit the challenge. So again, young people between 18, 25, and formats. Think about all these new formats we have, or be creative, because that's the moment where we can be creative, when during this ideation phase, which is the third one, you can just have no limit of time, of budget. Think about all the ideas that you have. After that, we will select some of them, but right now, just be crazy. Just put down all the ideas you have. Of course, I can repeat the question. So we are, let's say we are in a newsroom, okay? When we are media, we are journalists, and our target group are young people between 80 and 25 years old who live in rural areas in Malawi. They have phones, but the internet is not very reliable. And we want to develop short formats for them about climate change. So what kind of formats do you think about? And please be crazy. A theater play, great. I like it. That's something great because we don't need internet. And yes, that would be a great idea. Billboards, also great. Create a youth-friendly radio program. Wow, yes, that could be something we can imagine. Just create maybe with them these radio programs. TikTok challenge, also a good idea. Thanks a lot for that. Okay, so I'm writing down also for me. You see, these are, I mean, these are formats which don't need so much internet, and which are young users friendly, I would say. School competition, yes, they could, because also human-centered design, that's another thing I didn't mention. The best way to design your product is to design it directly with your target group. So it would be great to have this school competition, and they should develop their formats. Oh, yes, quizzes, WhatsApp-based related to climate change. I like it too. Great idea. Oh, yes, music format. Oh, you are great. I would take all these ideas with me. News delivered as a music format, rap or other genre. Okay, a news reader can wrap the news to a bit. Wow, if you see that, please send me the link. I will see. I would like to see something, or to hear something like that too. Yes, music competition. Young people like music. And here that's very important, because we could know that what kind of music they like during this first empathize phase, because we will ask them, what kind of music do you listen to? And that would be a very important information to be able to develop some formats. Games, I'm sure games, they would go for it. From listening groups for use to share the information. Form, sorry. Oh la la, I can't read anymore, you see. Yes, that would be great, that these young people just share the information among them. And also listening groups don't require internet. Gamification, okay, that's also that's what was already mentioned. Game, quizzes, I think that's also great, because that's also short formats, and we said that at the beginning, that the young people asked for short formats and also fun formats. So yes, go with it. Other ideas? I don't see. Oh, I wait for 1, 2. I'm sure there are more ideas. You are so many. No. Okay. So let's have a look again. We have chatbot. Okay, that would be also an idea, because you are talking in this conference about artificial intelligence. I was sure something like that would come. Debating, yes, why not? Sometimes, we want to find the fanciest formats, and sometimes the most simple ones, I mean, the traditional ones also work. So yes, debating would be also a way to raise their awareness about climate change. Okay, so for all these, I like your ideas. Thanks a lot for that, because they suit the needs and the habits of these young people. So you took into account that their internet is not very reliable, that they want short formats. About the theater play, we could discuss about that, because it could be short, or we could maybe do a series of small or short plays. And also you thought about the thing that the internet is not reliable. So things like competitions at the schools or something with music or debating, they don't need internet. So, and after that, so that you understand the whole process, after all these ideas, we will select some of them, which the ones who are the most relevant to the needs that we defined at the beginning. And then we would do a prototype. For instance, we could do a storyboard about the school competitions, how they look like, what kind of steps they would be. Or if we want to do a game, we could draw this game with all the functions and the different steps. So with these prototypes, we would go to the young people and we will show them, and they could test the different ideas, and then they would give you feedback. For instance, they would say, okay, this game, yes, it's interesting, but I would add some functions because this function doesn't appear. I would like to have it. Or for instance, this theater play, they would say, okay, but then we would like to be the actors of them, or we would like to make short plays. And according to this feedback, which you would become, which you will get, you will adapt your prototype, change it accordingly, and then you will present your prototype again to these young people, and again they will give you feedback, and you will change it accordingly. What you can do also, what I said before, you can design the product directly with the target group, which is actually the best, but it's not always possible. And of course, you should, at the end, when the product is done, test it with new young people, not only the same ones, because other young people would have other ideas and other suggestions. And that's how, yes, the whole process of human-centered design goes. And yes, I hope I have convinced you to use it and to go more to your target group, and yes, to try to understand their needs and their habits. So yes, if you have some questions, I'm here. Please feel free.
There is a question, Audrey, in the chat. Maybe you can see it.
Oh, how long does the human-centered design process usually last? That's a good question. It completely depends on the product and on the target group. But what I can tell you is the first step will be, as I said, empathize. And here, in this first step, you can organize an ID lab, what the human-centered design method calls an ID lab, where you gather all the people who could be interested in your product. Because here, for instance, we had these young people. So, of course, you would have young people. Of course, they are the users at the end, so they will be invited. But you could also, of course, invite journalists who are familiar with these new formats, so that they give also their ideas. You could also invite teachers from schools or parents, so also that all these people give ideas and inspiration. So that would be the first step. And that's something that ID Lab, we can do it in 2-3 days. But then the process, of course, it depends. So I can give an example. I mean, we developed a curriculum, not a curriculum, a module. Curriculum is too long. A module on environmental journalism in Lebanon, and it took from August till March. So 9 months. Yes, I had to count it, but it depends. But it's quite a long process. And this first step with the emphasis that it takes long, and because it's you really should gather all the information you need. So I would say that's the most important phase. And yeah.
Okay, so hello.
Hi.
And thank you for your presentation. Yeah, I wanted to find someone glue. I wanted to find out how one can still come up with human-centered design in when resource constrained, because it sounds all good, but maybe sometimes you might not have all the resources to be able to come up with such kind of designs, and sometimes you just assume what the people you're designing for wanted, or
Yes.
want rather. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your question, because first about the resources for the ideas themselves. Of course, everybody knows here we have always a limit of budget. So of course you can't realize all the ideas first, that's for sure. But I think it's good to have them all, though, because it's good to have inspiration. And then yes, it's you should have lots of people with you. That would be the resources that you need, because actually, for instance, for the prototype, every time I did a prototype in a project, the participants did a prototype. They did it with the material that they have, like with paper, with scissors, it's not about designing like a car for a big car mark. It's not that. So for the prototype, you don't need many resources, but you need people who will have time to go to your target group or to your audience and to spend time with them to understand them. Also, there is another method. If you can't directly go to the people, there is this method called persona. I don't know if you have already heard about it. It's you create a kind of persona with all the things that you know or you assume to know about the people. Like here, if we have these young people between 18 and 25, we could create a young woman who is 20 and who spends 3 hours on the internet or things like that. You could assume and then create a persona, and based on the needs of the persona, you could then go to the next steps. But I would say human-centered design, again, it's more about having people there than having financial resources.
I see that is also a remark online from Benicia Munjo. Greetings from the Namibia Broadcast Corporation. I enjoyed the ideation aspect. Putting oneself in people's shoes, that's really great, especially if we have to think about our audience, we have to understand them in order to attend.
Wow, great summary of what I said. Thank you for that. Thank you for the comment.
And there is another comment from Audrey. Since a human-centered design approach means learning from, not directing to, news consumers, with the advent of fake news, don't you think the product developers are not at risk of basing their products on wrong information?
Wow, yeah, that's a good remark too. Again, if you have the needs, they will come from the news consumers. That's for sure. The news consumers, they will tell you, okay, we need that kind of format. I would have like to have it 4 times a day, something like that. But at the end, the people will design the product like a new format. These are journalists. And I still hope that journalists are aware of fake news and don't go for them, So you will design for the news consumers, but still with your own deontology and ethic. So here I'm still, maybe I'm a little bit naive, but I hope I'm not wrong.
for your
Thank
presence.
you. Thank you for your great ideas and participation. You inspired me a lot. So thanks a lot and have great next sessions. Bye.
Thank you.